Oh, what's up, guys? We are live from the Brojo.
Oh, hi, podcast.
The Rochambeau's News. I am your host, Kian Ibanez, and I am here today with...
I'm Eli. I don't have a cool title this time.
Oh, you didn't? You're not going to go with one?
Fucking Harry Potter hater Eli. I fucking hate it so much. You have no idea.
And I am co-signer of Harry Potter Hater 01.
Co-signer for my loans? What the fuck? Taking out loans to fight this fucking
Okay.
I thought you were just
attack ads.
I thought you were just Harry Potter Hater 01.
No, you are Harry Potter Hater 01, because he's just...
I don't hate Harry Potter.
OG Harry Potter. Hey, that's not true. I guarantee it's not
No,
true.
I don't hate it. I just don't find it entertaining.
I have hated it since like 5th grade, but they've been out for quite some time.
Like, I just don't want to watch them, and everybody thinks that's a problem.
I don't even I've read some of them. They're just
Okay, so Zach has this, before we get into this, Zach has this problem that, like, one time we made a social media poll, and I did it predominantly as a joke, but everyone was just, because Zach doesn't have Facebook, because Zach is a brave man.
Well, how is that brave?
Make him brave. Makes him a coward. He's hiding from people.
I just don't want Facebook.
Get your shit together.
The amount of
yeah, that's right. You text me that
I don't want Facebook, but I have it because it's a useful tool occasionally.
You just want it to be useful so John can send us shit that way.
I don't want John to send us shit. Make no mistake. But, like, if Messenger's easier for everyone, I think you should get it. Just use Messenger.
I mean, I get all the messages. I got all 16 yesterday.
Fucking make a fake name.
Here's my problem.
Just use a completely different name. Just be like, oh, you know, I'm Tony Anderson on Facebook.
Or Jack Zolson.
No, that's not
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau's Joker.
Oh,
hi, Batman.
If people are wondering the context, when we have group chats, because, like, not all of us have a fucking iPhone.
Two of us don't.
Zach and I have Androids, so when I'll send a group chat out, I'll just be like, hey, don't forget to come in at 6, and everyone will re-text me everything in that conversation. I'm like, alright, well, fuck me.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
So, like, I'll get different text messages from everyone, and then everyone will be replying all at the same time to, like, different things. Like, the first time I was like, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
this? Who's this?
And John was just...
It's like, is this Eli's number? And Eli's like, maybe it isn't.
Depends on who's asking.
John's just like, I'm gonna still send Peter's jokes.
I still need to get down whose is whose.
You haven't saved any of them?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I have Kian, and then, like, judging off what you say most of the time, I can be like, oh yeah, that's John. He's the only one that'll make a penis joke here.
I mean, I sent the wiener gif.
Okay, I mean,
the one of the South Park characters singing the wiener song.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I need to get that shit in line, but...
You know, that's understandable. So what have you guys been up to? How's work, guys?
It's been good, you know. Not a lot of people at the hospital, so...
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Get my bat. Time to go give him some work.
God damn it, Eli.
That's a positive, I guess. Like,
Kian, do your neighbors leave their doors unlocked?
I think a few.
Alright, I'll be back.
Alright.
So,
everybody lock your
have
doors.
you guys seen or watched anything recently?
I mean, other than, like...
Did I watch something this week that I thought was
Drifters
interesting?
with you, but...
How are you liking that so far?
I am. I need to get your information to use your account. Watch it on my own time.
Didn't
I
you
was gonna
guys...
say, we only have like 4 episodes left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's only 13
Thought
episodes.
there was more.
It's only 13 episodes.
God damn it.
Didn't you guys...
It's not like Helsing long either.
Ugh.
They're just like 22
Are
minute
they
intervals.
actively releasing more?
It's been on hiatus for about a year and a half now.
Ugh.
Because because the animation is so pristine, they don't want to like.
That's fair.
Which is the same reason they did that shit with Voltron. Which again, I've
Voltron's
rewatched.
dumb, though.
No, it is not. It's a fucking good show.
It's not a good show.
The new cartoon?
any of them. Pick one.
Now watch the new cartoon. It's
I'm
good.
not gonna watch it.
It's good.
It's not good.
Why?
He'd rather watch the
Why
Legend of
is it
Zelda
good, Keith?
cartoon.
Because. Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Here's the reason
That
why.
would actually have comedic value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
Here's the reason why the new
Well,
Voltron cartoon is good. It's because it actually has a fucking story.
See, now that's your bar for like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's
And
kind
I
of
like
Are you
its
trying to
It's
tell
like-
us the Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda
but-
cartoon doesn't?
Then you compare it to something that has a story that doesn't suck ass, and then it's just bad.
No, it's good.
Like
it's-
I'm looking at the grand scheme of things.
Did you not
It's
watch
not
Avatar:
good.
The Last Airbender? Or The
Never.
Legend of Korra?
Never seen The Legend of Korra. I've seen a decent amount of Avatar: The
It's
Last
the same
Airbender.
guys who made those that are doing Voltron. That's why I
Yeah.
think it's a good show.
Okay, but that's an interesting concept, the airbending and such, because it's kind of like magic, but it's not magic. Fucking Voltron is just like, oh yeah, we're the Power Rangers.
No,
Not
no.
quite.
There's magic involved in this one that's explained way better than in Harry Potter. Nah, for real.
Now I'm not gonna watch it. Fuck you.
Why?
You said Harry
Bait
Potter.
me in with your anti-Harry Potter propaganda.
We could see through it.
Play me like that. Get the
I'm
fuck
telling
outta
you,
here.
y'all,
They
it's
use the term-
sabotage.
They use the term quintessence, which
Ooh,
is
the
a...
Nazi party. It has magic explained better than Harry Potter. Now fuck you. I'm not doing it.
You equivocated my, hey, you should watch Voltron because the magic makes sense compared to Harry Potter too. Man, the Nazis did occult stuff, magic equivalent, that is more realistic than Harry Potter. You should
God.
research it.
He just heard Harry Potter and he's like, fuck no.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like, I will say this, that in Avatar: The Last Airbender, they really bring in the world of how bending works. Because there are other cartoons that use elemental things, like, I say Naruto, that just is like, he's got so much chakra inside him that he can just control fire.
Oh god, I only watched the first episode of Naruto and I was like, this is dumb. I'm out.
I got through the first season of Naruto.
This
Never
guy
watched it since.
just grew up with bugs already inside of him.
Man, this guy was a 9-tailed demon fox, and this guy uses a shuriken the size of a man. I'm fucking out of here. Not happening.
But yet you're into like, why are you into drifters though? What?
I'm into 7 Deadly Sins, and they have a fucking pig the size of a mountain.
It's
Think I give a fuck?
Yeah, so then why are you against the shuriken the size of a goddamn person?
That's so dumb. At least the pig is just like, yeah, it's just a giant pig. The shuriken is just like, oh yeah, this shuriken somehow functions as a shuriken. At that point, it's a blunt force weapon. You're just
Watch
beating the shit out of people
second,
with it.
I'm gonna put air quotes on the second season of the 7 Deadly Sins they put out on it.
Yeah, I did.
4 episodes.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
That was a year ago, actually.
Yeah, it's been like a year.
How do you like? Why do you like drifters though? Like, just I know we've had this conversation. Like, what interested you? Because like you seem like a kind of person where like there's some parts of it I feel like you might not have liked.
Like what?
I don't know, that cutesy stuff when they do that when they
I don't mind it as much in this, I guess, because these are
comparatively to Hellsing.
yeah, because these are more like just regular people. Does that make sense? Like they're taken from history, but like, and also like Nobunaga, he's very like the stupid parts for him are they're either pervy, which is still kind of funny to me, or they're fucking just like he's just like a mellow, cynical asshole.
Yeah.
And that one connects. But like in Hellsing, it's just like, nah, he's pretty much Satan Dracula,
That sounds like a badass
and then it's
duo,
just
actually.
all like Saris does all the funny parts. And that's
Yeah,
why
and then
kinda-
the awkward Father Anderson
Yeah.
Alucard beat up.
that one I don't know. It doesn't fit as well in that one for me. I don't know why.
So, do you think that like, because this he wrote this after Hellsing? Do you think that like this one kind of feels like the guy has his bearings more on like a world building process comparatively to? He's got a fascination with like religion is shitty and Nazis are weirdly cool. No, he does. Like, you think I'm kidding?
What?
He brings the Nazis in as often as he can.
He brings in Nazis and religion a
I guess
lot.
I don't know any of his other works besides
Wait.
Hellsing and Drifters.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about Hellsing.
Yeah, in Hellsing too. Like the Catholic Church uses the KKK hoods and there are knights and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
I saw Hellsing Abridged. That's about it.
it's a bizarre series. But like for you, like, do you like this more too because of the like fantasy aspect of it, or?
Probably. And it's really not too heavy on magic.
They just have the
Makes
talisman
sense.
charms and stuff.
Well, there's the talisman charms and the ends get magic, like Joan of Arc's fucking fire powers.
Yeah, but like they're not like endowed with like mysticism. They're just like, hey, these guys are bad people, and
they're pretty defined in what they can do too. It's like, yeah, Joan of Arc controls fire. It's like we don't really know to what extent, but she does. Where it's like Alucard is just like, yeah, now he can summon demons. Now he can fucking reap your soul. Now he can kill entire populations. It's just like,
Here's some horsemen coming out of him, pipe
yeah.
shadows, and
So it's his is a lot more undefined. He pretty much just is like, you know what? I need to beat this guy. Then pulls something out of his ass and then it fucking eats him. It's just like, oh, damn.
okay, yeah, no, and then like I think like my favorite part is that like Jesus is the main bad guy of Drifters.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so basically the reason why the ends are bad guys is because they're like, humanity did me wrong. Like Joan of Arc was burned to death. Like Kiwagasi Yamanoshi was killed at a firing squad for protecting Japanese citizens. That's why his powers smoke and summoning his ancestors. And then who is the guy who's all
Lahir.
Lahir murdered small children because he thought because Joan of Arc was burned to death, and he's like, I want to go be with Joan, but Joan won't be in heaven because she didn't find salvation. So he murdered small children until he was executed. That's why he hates humanity, because of Joan of Arc. And then Rasputin was always just, a smarmy Russian man.
You would have thought that
I
after
also don't know what his powers are because he was sort of a mystic, allegedly in real life, and he gets killed like fucking 5 times.
So his powers are like control over peoples and
That seems about right.
like shadow puppetry,
Alright.
essentially.
Seems about right.
Shadow puppetry. And then Anastasia, the last daughter of Tsar Nicholas, she was killed in the frozen weather by Russian peasants because they were trying to overthrow the royalty. So she has the ability to control ice and say, fuck all y'all, and freeze the shit out of you.
So she's
power
Elsa?
of Russian winter.
What?
So she's Elsa?
No.
Not nearly as powerful.
Not nearly as powerful.
Oh.
Like, she can't just turn summer into winter.
From what I've seen, it's more like, yeah. Well, I mean, she does, though. She's like, brings up blizzards pretty much.
Yeah, comparatively, though. She did in a
Yeah.
small...
But she can't make herself an ice kingdom.
A small...
Yeah, she can't just
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
construct a castle.
Which, again, you're still fucking wrong, Zach. I'm still pissed. Yeah, you piss ass.
God damn it, I'm with the 2 people that chose the other way.
Yeah, you piss ass.
Wait,
Insults.
you guys chose Elsa, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She literally generates matter.
Alright, if you want to revisit this topic, we can revisit
No!
the topic.
We will later. I'm just making that point. Speaking of her, like, she's like Elsa, and I'm like, PTSD kicked in. I'm like, they're still wrong.
Kian has flashbacks to that discussion.
The science proves it.
They're wrong, right? They were wrong. I can't tell, man.
The science of fire versus ice proves it.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm just saying. But like, we're like, a lot of the other things that I've just been doing is like, I mean, I finished season 2 of Jessica Jones. It's okay.
I need to watch that.
Didn't you say it was better than season 1?
It's
though?
better than season 1. Doesn't mean like, Jessica Jones is a weird creature because like I liked Jessica Jones a lot. The first season, bits and pieces of it. There's a lot of it that's wrong with it, but the bits and pieces I liked. Like David Tennant.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. They're all just like, yeah, Kilgrave was really good. And Jessica Jones existed, Luke Cage was pretty good, yeah.
No, Luke Cage was awesome.
But Jessica Jones, she was in the show, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm also excited for Luke Cage season 2 because it's basically like they're like, yeah, Iron Fist is gonna be in it, but I don't think Iron Fist is gonna technically get a season 2. I think he's just gonna be in Luke Cage from now
Really?
on. Yeah.
So they're just gonna do the Power Man and
I hope so.
Whatever the fuck.
Power Man and
Heroes
Iron
for
Fist.
Hire.
It's like, that seems reasonable. The Defenders was essentially the Heroes for Hire. Just they didn't call them the Heroes for Hire. They had Misty Knight.
They're different though. They're not. Well, they're not for hire in that. It's
You know
more,
what I mean, though.
It's more like they're like, oh, the hand
All right.
is fucking shit up. We
And-
better
okay,
defend.
you're right. Let me explain.
Which, by the way, I love how they have like the most generic names for what they're doing.
When you say the
It's like,
hand,
oh, we're gonna avenge the world. We're gonna defend it. Oh, we're for hire.
when you say the
It's
hand,
like
all I think of is that one Nintendo character.
Master Hand.
Yeah.
Master glove or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Master Glove. Also.
Some say that's Michael Jackson's other glove.
Oh. Also. Apparently.
I have never heard that before. That's good.
Apparently
Probably
one of my
stole that from
apparently one of
somebody.
my fan tweets.
Well,
made
until
it,
we find that person, you get credit.
one of my fan tweets made it was retweeted a lot about Goku being in Smash.
Would he actually work in a Smash?
He would.
I mean, yeah, he's already in a fighting game.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised.
That's
he's
why
not.
I think that, like, well, The Witcher, he's already in a fighting game now, so you could probably bring him to Smash.
Anyways,
I don't think I don't know. I don't think. Yeah.
Keane's gonna have to move this part of the audio to the
Well,
to
no.
the Game
Yeah. I mean,
Boys
it's
one.
just in general.
Splice it in there.
Right. In general.
Just
like,
randomly.
you know who was not going to be in Smash? Johnny Depp. Because they're going to be in Fantastic Beasts 2.
Is he actually?
He is.
I was thinking that, and I was like, does he get to just, like, transform into all his characters? Like, one moment he's Edward Scissorhands,
The next minute he's
fucking Captain
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. But no, he is going to be in Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, playing Grindelwald.
Right.
This trailer came out 3 days ago. It's an interesting trailer. It's dumb.
All I
There's
saw
no-
was a bunch of wizards against wizards.
Okay.
And they were wizarding.
Yeah, because this is pre-Death Eater.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, this is the Death Eater. The Death Eaters are Voldemort's faction. Of
Eli's trying
purest.
so hard not to get mad
No,
at me.
they're just... Honestly, in Harry Potter...
They're wizard Nazis. Okay, that's the
They're
equivalent.
not the dumbest thing in there, to be honest. They make more sense than most.
I'll take your word for it.
They're basically just wraiths. Is a good way of putting it. Although I didn't know this was pre-Death Eater. I don't know much about their history.
So Grindelwald was like just his faction was just had the same ideas of Voldemort. Like people with magic shouldn't exist.
Oh, that was Voldemort's idea?
People without magic shouldn't
Oh,
exist.
people without
Yeah,
magic.
people
I was
not-
like, damn, people with magic. I could really side with Voldemort now. Jesus.
That makes Eli
He's
like the series.
He's like, why do the Homo Magi have to hide and the Homo sapiens can just be out and about? Yeah, the Homo Magi.
Fucking homo magi.
the homies.
Get out of my school.
The homies.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Dumbledore was really southern in his younger years. Fucking homo
Goddamn
magi.
homo sapien.
Okay,
Get out of my school.
Here's my thing about that.
Y'all
Get off of
Speaking-
my
okay,
lawn.
Y'all
Speaking
better
of like
turn
the
around.
Dumbledore it being in this movie thing. All right, so like 5 years ago. But speaking of this, 5 years ago, J.K. Rowling tweeted like, "Hey guys, just want to let you know, like if you read between the lines, Dumbledore's gay." And I'm like, I've read those books numerous times. There's been no time
It was in the small script between the lines of text.
Did anybody actually
She did it in
care
one of the
about his
books.
sexuality?
Yeah, that was the thing I don't get. It's like,
What?
I don't care.
like besides that
I know
he
it's
like,
supposed to be like, oh, hey, this major character's gay. And it's like,
It
but
probably.
he didn't do.
but
like,
it's not relevant to
yeah,
the story or anything.
That's what I mean.
It's not like he's secretly fucking Harry Potter on the side. I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't. It's not relevant. Make
Like-
for a hell of a story, though.
Yeah.
No,
It just gets its own story arc.
Here's my
Yeah.
problem with that. Like my problem with like the whole being like Dumbledore's gay. Like if you bring that up, I hope in Fantastic Beasts, they like kind of like a hint to the fact that Dumbledore like likes men, I guess.
Again,
Like,
who really cares?
That's the thing.
But
Yeah, I
that's
was
the
gonna be
point.
like, I hope they don't, unless it's somehow relevant to the story.
Right, what I mean, that's what I mean though. I
don't
hope it
care.
becomes relevant to the story, because then it's like J.K. Rowling, why the fuck were you telling us Dumbledore was gay? No one gives a shit. He dressed like a grandma anyways, I get it.
Yeah, no, it's like, I don't assume anything about any character's sexuality unless it's important to the story or it's shown. Like in
Seriously.
Game of Thrones, I don't have to wonder because they show everyone having sex with people.
It's just one giant
The
orgy.
theory is that Jude Law's character was in love with Johnny Depp's character, Jude Law being Dumbledore and Johnny Depp being Grindelwald, that they were lovers trying to find the Deathly Hallows. Because at the very end you see the Deathly Hallow symbol pop up, which is the Elder Wand, the Invisibility Cloak, and the Stone of Regeneration? I can't remember the third piece of the Deathly Hallows, but it's one of
I
those.
don't really know what the Deathly Hallows are, to be honest.
Okay, so the Deathly Hallows are the 3 magical items when put together, like, can make you one of the most powerful wizards. It's
I feel
Harry
like-
Potter's Invisibility Cloak.
I feel like this could be a podcast all of its own. Kian just explaining Harry Potter to us.
And a lot of the things we talk about could be a podcast as their own while explaining
Yeah,
it.
we can't start a podcast on fucking everything.
Yeah, so it just comes
Gets
into the
thrown
news.
in the news and gets thrown in the tangents.
Yeah. So like it goes in like the wand is the centerpiece, the the spirit stone is the square,
Spirit bomb.
and the circle is the cloak because it wraps around invisibly. I don't fucking know. That's all I got. So admittedly, I think they're trying. Admittedly, I think the story. This is the story where he's Dumbledore gets a hold of the Elder's Wand.
Okay.
So that's.
Are you sure it's not about fantastic beasts and where to find them?
That's where.
The first one fucking wasn't.
That's my problem with these movies. All right, they call
Probably
it-
not even going to be about the crimes of Grimwald. It's going to be about their gay relationship.
which is a crime in the 1930s.
Is it in England? I don't know.
They're in France. Oh wait, it's in France, so it's not a crime.
I think they're in both.
Okay, but that's
It's just never a crime in France. Probably was. I don't know. Not well versed on the gay rules of every country, I'll be honest. Not really my forte.
Okay, circling back to why I don't like the Fantastic Beasts series.
Oh my
is
God.
The name of the series is a fucking lie. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
At least there were beasts in the first one.
All right.
This one, it doesn't even look like there is any.
There was a hippogriff like behind them and shit. Like,
Yeah, they're and there were
So they're
owls.
background players then.
I don't know.
here's my problem with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. We were told that it was going to be Newt Scamander going on an adventure, basically like Professor Oak in his young years, like looking for Pokemon and writing them down. That's what we were told. Like, it's going to be an epic journey of Newt traveling around the world, finding new and exotic creatures.
And instead, he already has them all.
That and
In a suitcase.
In a suitcase. That and it's, look at this awesome crime that's actually under everything else. So I'm like, that's not what I came here for. I came here for Fantastic Beasts, and you gave me a fucking Akendu that
They were
steals
already
jewelry,
found.
and a Thunderbird that somehow is able to absorb a potion, make everyone forget their memories, but yet in the second movie, the person gets his memory back.
Yeah, I asked that. How the fuck
Dumb
did he get his
dumb.
memory back? And Eli just told me, basically, if the plot requires it, it's gonna happen.
There's probably an explanation.
It made
I
Eli
really haven't
very-
looked into
It made Eli very angry when
It's
we
not
were...
like I care. I kind
You cared enough
I
to get
care enough
angry.
to nitpick.
Did you
Yeah.
guys discuss this yesterday or something?
No!
We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was just like out of my pure hatred of like Harry Potter. Because Keane's really gotten into a phase where I'll be like, man, I hate that. And he's like, but why, Eli? And then I have to go on like a fucking 12-page essay of why I don't like stuff.
I never asked for a 12-page essay. I just asked for just a solid reason why to hate things. Cause
Damn, kid, you could be a fucking school teacher.
I made the point.
Because I'm a hater would be my number one reason.
Well, no, I made a point. You can't just say you hate something and
then
just
not
say you
have
hate
any
it,
thing
not
to
have a
back it up.
legitimate reason to back it up. because we had this conversation when I said I don't like the Hunger Games, and Elon's like, but why, Kian? And the first thing I brought up was one character.
Like
Are you sure that wasn't Eli just giving you shit?
Oh no, I said it exactly like he just did, where I was like, but why don't you like the Hunger Games, kid?
And then I
Sounds like
explained to
John,
him.
actually.
And then I explained to him that PETA is stupid and
I
there is...
agreed with him on I don't like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, like, no, and the one thing that we both agreed on is there is no way PETA's family runs a pastry bakery shop in that post-apocalyptic world, because no coal miner is going to go after a 12-hour shift mining and go, you know what I need? I can
Bread.
use a nuclear.
I just want some bread. That's all
really
I want.
digging a bear claw right about
Yeah. No one would do that. They'd just be like, I can't afford that because like that just costs like a ridiculous amount of
costs
money.
$1.50.
It's like $100 in post-apocalyptic world, and that's another thing.
Post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, and that's another. It's like on the tangent on the Hunger Games real quick. That's a fucking another thing about these like young adult
Pretty
novels.
great news.
Yeah.
Talking about movies that came out like 3 years ago.
But I gotta finish this. We were talking about the nuclear, like each district, like one district controls all the electricity. Like that's not a solid good idea to have, but it is. It's a thing.
That one makes more sense than the one where it's like, we're gonna leave you guys in charge of the nuclear operations. It wasn't technically weapons, I don't think, starting off, but it was like, I think they were just like, well, we have the tools to make nuclear weapons, and we fucking hate the Capitol, so let's do that. It's like, oh man, we should have never given them the tools to make nuclear weapons.
You know what they should have never given at someone tools to do? The rights to everything to make Ready Player One. The final
They
trailer
didn't get
for
their
Ready
rights.
Player One. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
didn't.
they got the Iron Giant
we
in
have
there.
a ton of news. We have a few news stories that I'm going to explain later on. But yeah, this again. I probably am like the most anti-nerd, I guess, that I've met. Anti-geek. Like, a lot of the geeky shit I like is super obscure, so I'm kind of a hipster geek.
Fucking weeb.
Yeah, it's super obscure. But, like, everyone and their mother kept telling me, like, Kian, you should read Ready Player One. I was like, ah. And then, like, Jay let me borrow his copy, and I, like, read it. Will you not kick my fucking shoes? What the fuck you
So
doing?
is it one of those instances where they overhype it and then it just doesn't come through for you?
Yeah, that's really what it was. And basically, I fucking just hate, like, okay, I like Rick and Morty for its humor, but Rick and Morty is very fucking goddamn just guilty of referencing just random shit for just, like, hey, do you remember this was a thing? Like,
Yeah.
That's Ready Player One. Like, you can even see it in this
I
fucking
feel
trailer.
like it's worse than Rick and Morty in that regard.
Yeah,
Because
like-
it really is just a movie that's like, remember this stuff? It existed.
Do you see that did you see? That's the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
That's
the
the
Iron
Iron Giant.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
they had the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, like Blanca, Chun-Li, and Ryu from Street Fighters, Tracer from fucking Overwatch is in it. And Take On Me as an orchestra version is fucking dumb. I'm just pointing that out there.
Man, I don't
At least they went back to
Give a
the
shit.
studio version after that.
I hate the studio version.
Oh.
I don't like Take On Me. I think it's a stupid song.
Oh.
I think the artwork is dumb for it. Like, I hate the music video.
I like what the internet
It
did
does-
with
did with it, yeah. I like that
But I
too.
don't like the
That's the
song.
thing.
Oh.
I
Oh.
just, do you like Take On Me for real?
Yes.
You suck.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, no.
I thought the orchestral version was better.
It
than
might have
the
just
full
been
version,
the
by the way.
It might have just been the extended version because
Don't
that's
wa-
kind of.
I mean, if you want to move on to the, I don't
No.
think it's the next movie. No, it's not the next movie. Never mind. I was gonna be like, I admitted to liking an Enya song. I don't give a shit.
It's an Enya song?
I think so.
Oh. So the next one we do have, though,
Is it not? I gotta look it up.
is a Wars for Infinity. So,
World War II, Infinity Wars.
World War II. It's
The Korean War, the Infinite War. Never ends.
the Cold War.
That ended though.
Did
Yeah.
it really, though?
Technically,
Well, I mean-
yes.
Before Putin got in, now it's kind of back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
Rocky 3. No, like...
Rocky fights Putin. I'd watch it.
So the Avengers Infinity Wars trailer come out, and everyone's like, what's the plot to Avengers Infinity Wars? My favorite meme is like Captain America's face, and like brackets screaming, Doctor Strange face, brackets screaming, Vision's face, brackets screaming, Thor, brackets screaming. I'm like, yeah, that's basically the movie.
So they're all just screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Avengers screaming.
Orinoco Flow by Enya.
Stupid name for a song.
I didn't know that was his name. I just typed in the Sail Away thing.
Yeah, but no, like, this movie looks interesting enough, it caught my attention. I don't have that Marvel oversaturation that Eli feels.
I do, ever since Thor Ragnarok. And then Black Panther was good, but I don't expect that from Infinity Wars. That being said, I'm happy about the amount of Black Panther I saw in there.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't know how much, like, at the end of Black Panther, there's just a single line of, like, text. It's like, Black Panther will return for Infinity Wars. And it's like, oh.
Thor as well, though?
No, there was an end scene for that, though.
Oh.
Yeah, to let you know that they're going to be a big part of it.
Well,
like, their ship that they escape on is, like, you see a bigger ship behind it.
Spoilers.
Well, yeah, but I thought that
It's a fucking... And if you haven't seen it yet, then go fuck yourself.
I thought they had in print Thor will be...
Yeah, they did. But
probably, I don't remember.
But
like, Black Panther had zero tie-ins besides that line. And then in these trailers, you see quite a bit of him. Like, they're in Wakanda at one point doing some stuff, and it's just like, oh. At one point, he's like there with the army, putting on his suit, doing Black Panther stuff.
Wakanda
so it's just like, oh, well, that's fucking interesting.
Right, and like you see Shuri is probably going to get a bigger role.
Well, I had a feeling Black Panther was going to have a big role in it, because he was in there
he
quite a bit for the first one,
He rules a country,
too.
so...
Like, yeah, because like...
They're super advanced. So
it kind of looks like a
and
lot
they
of them,
just
like,
came out to the world, so it's like, yeah, they're probably going to have to defend Earth. They're the best equipped to do so.
Essentially, the idea, though, was that, like, they're bringing Vision over there because they want Thanos not to be... Like, they don't want... Like, they're the Avengers again, and they're like, well, we kind of realized this. If we all stick together with all of us having these Infinity Stones, Vision having the fucking...
Yellow one.
Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone.
Doctor Strange having the Time Stone, and, well, Thor having, at one time, the Cosmic Cube, and no longer having it.
Tesseract?
The Tesseract.
Okay, you're like, the Cosmic Cube.
Sorry, that's what it's called in the fucking comics. So. And he's like, well, maybe we should all just split up. And, like, my mind is like, so I'm assuming Thanos just went to the Nova Corps and the Collector, and it was like, fuck you!
Don't the Guardians have one, too?
No, the Nova Corps took it from the Guardians. The Guardians gave the. I know which one you're talking about.
Like, they got it from Ronan.
Yes.
Now, I did not see Guardians 2.
No.
They
at
give
the
it to
end
him
of
at
Guardians
the end?
1, yeah.
Okay.
The Nova Corps, they're like, you can keep this safe better than we can.
Yeah.
Glenn Close was like, that's very understandable, thank you.
I forgot he was in there.
Yeah, she was. And then, and I really dig Spider-Man in this.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man, like, the
I find
first...
that odd from you, where you're just like, I can't handle Spider-Man's snarkiness.
To an extent.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, but you can handle Thor's, and he's not even, like, that type of character.
But he is.
No, he's fucking not in the version they used.
Okay, not in the version they
In the
used.
version where he's a... Is he?
Not in the
he's
movie
crippled, isn't he?
Yeah.
In the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's a little bit different. He's actually like a regular human sometimes. Where this version, except in the first movie where he's pretty much a regular human, the rest of the time he's just a god.
I mean, to be fair, he was a god disguised as a human in the first movie as well.
He wasn't disguised. He all his power was in his hammer.
Okay, essentially, Asgardians aren't... The only thing Asgardians have...
I didn't see the first Thor. So.
Is just longevity and mythical, magical...
I mean, they're...
Science-imbued weapons.
They're superhuman.
In a sense.
No, all
The Guardians?
Even like the fucking three that they die and I don't remember their name.
Warriors 3.
Yeah.
Hogan, fucking...
Yeah, they're all superhuman. Like, Sif is superhuman.
Again, to an extent.
Like, Asgardians are just, like, stronger than humans.
Yeah.
More durable. It's just
Yeah.
like, that's just, yeah.
Because, like, Thor got hit by a fucking van and
Thor is an extreme exception. That's why I used the Warriors 3.
Yeah.
Because like Thor, he's like, yeah, he's Odin's son. He's fucking super powerful Mjolnir, big dick swinging around.
Yeah, but without Mjolnir, he really doesn't. Like, he's just stronger than your average man.
Well, no, like
without Asgardian technology,
Good
they're not
Christ.
like they're strong, but they're not like as strong.
All right. Without the hammer, he is still a god. In the first movie, it's only because Odin took all of his power and put it into the hammer. He gets it back. Like,
Once
if
he proves he's worthy.
Yeah, because, like, fucking what's-her-fuck blows up the hammer. Hell yeah, she fucking crushes it. He's still a god throughout that. He still fights Hulk and shit. Like, he's still fucking super strong and shit. Without the hammer. And that's without Asgardian technology. It's like shitty whatever planet they were on technology.
Scar.
No. I don't really care for the movie. It's dumb.
Well, you'll be happy to know that it's on DVD now.
I won't be. I am happy that Black Panther. Kind of happy. It's kind of weird. That Black Panther was like the 33rd movie to break $1 billion.
That's good. And but for me,
It's good, and then also at the same time, I'm like, is it because it was black? I don't know. And I'm like, probably some of it, but like,
we will get.
I don't really care. It's
fictional
just something
Fight
to
Club
think
conversation,
about. I
yeah.
don't know.
Like it's a weird scenario. I got a question on that though for pop culture questions that we can get into.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
What's
next?
next?
Yeah. No.
Eighth
Yeah,
grade.
8th grade. That's
Sail
right.
away, sail away.
Yeah.
I like. Okay. This,
No way would an 8th grader be listening to that.
No.
Actually,
That's fucking classic.
you'd be surprised how many people act like hipsters and say, "I only listen to 80s music now, dude. I don't like
That's not an
today's
80s
pop trash."
song.
Well, that's
or
not
whatever.
80s, but like,
But I'm just using
8th
that as-
graders though.
I'm just using that as an example. Like, a lot of people these days are just like...
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that was just a
8th
trailer
graders
song.
that-
Shit, that was
no,
not on
'cause
it.
she takes out her fucking earphones and
Yeah.
it stops.
Oh.
Yeah,
And she puts them back in.
and then it keeps going.
That being said, it doesn't mean that's what it is.
I mean, her dad is very youthful looking too, so like she could have just.
Either way, like I feel like this is a movie for people in high school, even. So it's like they don't know that. I only know that song because my sister listened like the fuck out of all Enya songs, so I know a surprising amount.
I only
It's a
know this...
nightmare.
Like, I was like 3, so it basically got imprinted on me.
I only know this song because it would play all the time at one of my old jobs.
My thing about this movie is that it's a coming of age story, and like I think it looks interesting.
Coming of age.
And just
story.
shut the fuck up! I know
What the
you.
fuck does that even mean?
It means like it's a young person finding themselves. That's a coming of age story.
Ugh.
Just because you, homeboy. I just,
Homie.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like,
Looks like a decent movie. I don't know what you want from me.
I was gonna say, like, I thought you were just gonna like dog on it for another,
No.
you know.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about the music. I don't think people know that.
Oh, that's good.
Fuck out of here.
What do you think? Like, do you
Music
think?
facts.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I think it's. I think
Get
it's,
off my land.
I think it's gonna be an interesting movie. Like, I like Bo Burnham a lot. His stand-ups are some of my favorite stand-ups.
I don't like Bo Burnham. It still looks like it's like a decent to good movie though.
Yeah. Then we go into the movie that I'm actually the movie in this list I'm super excited for. Sorry to Bother You. It's
Oh, yeah, that
it's a
looked
Lakeith
funny.
Stanfield movie.
Oh,
That looked
fuck, that's
funny.
right.
It's
Yeah, it
the-
was. Yeah, that one.
It's
was
the Use
funny.
Your White Voice movie.
Yep.
It's a nice
Hey,
movie.
how you doing?
Like, I'm gonna equate it to the movie Dope that came out.
Sorry to
Like,
bother you.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. You guys should watch Dope.
Probably
Dope is a
not.
really good
I
movie.
don't think I've seen that though.
It's a really good movie. It's another cultural classic. It's like the reason I like these movies is because like Sorry to Bother You seems like akin to classic like 1990s Spike Lee films where like Afrocentrism was a big thing for him. And like how culture was work. And I also really like Terry Crews and like he probably only has like a
Yeah.
couple lines in it, but he's like, Cassius, I'm your fucking uncle.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like I think it's enjoyable and I think
It
that
looks like it's gonna be good.
I think it looks
It
fun.
looks pretty funny.
Yeah.
Guys,
What?
we didn't cover a great secret video.
Huh?
Oh, the Tommy.
Tommy Wiseau
Oh
auditioned to
my
be the
God.
Joker.
Oh, hi, Batman.
Like, that
You were
was,
tearing me apart, Harley.
I was sad he didn't do the like pencil disappear thing.
Would you like to make a pencil disappear?
Want to
On
say
How about
a
a magic trick? I'm
would've-
gonna make this pencil disappear.
I honestly would have
Ta-da!
liked it if he would have made it disappear in his face. Like,
Kian,
personally.
calm down. That's just violent. Jeez.
It's all those video games, Eli, I'll tell you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Fucking
No.
Japanese anime video games. Kingdom
This is
Hearts.
so weird. Like, he is a weird guy. And that was the one thing about Tommy Wiseau that gets me. He's a weird fella.
Indeed, he is.
He's a crazy guy. And it blows my mind.
Do you actually think that someone would cast him as the Joker?
No, I don't honestly think. Actually, you know what? Warner Brothers made Justice League.
They may cast him.
They might cast him.
Or would you rather have them have Tommy Wiseau or bring back Jared Leto?
At least Tommy Wiseau, you'd like know that it's bad, and you'd know that they know it's bad. But like Jared Leto, it's like, nah, they thought that was a good idea, but it was just bad.
I bet he had a whole different audition for
Mhm.
that role.
Plus, you have to remember a lot of his scenes were cut.
I bet you, Eli, that like when Jared Leto did it, he's like, hello. And they're like, oh, we like you. And he's like, well, time to go to full acting mode. And I'm like, I'm not for it. I hate it. I hate Jared Leto's Joker. I know you liked it.
Kind of.
I don't know. Did you like it?
Okay. Much like our Post Malone conversation
Oh my
about
God.
an hour or two ago,
That Subway.
I instantly I look down upon people who have a grill.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the face tattoos.
I don't really give a shit. That's some Mike Tyson shit. I don't care. But the fucking grill, that's like the ultimate, like,
No.
I am such a piece of shit human trash basket bastard. Like, fucking just the worst.
Wait, Post Malone has a grill?
Yes.
I hate Post Malone even more now.
Just because he has a grill.
I mentioned that like 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Eli said it.
That was like my number one reason for why.
Anyway, so you want to get back to why
Yeah,
you didn't
so,
like
yeah.
Jared Leto's Joker? Besides the grill?
The grill, yeah, mostly.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Oh, that was it? Like, you just...
I mean, the writing was dumb, and the way that he fucking prepared for that role was goddamn retarded, but other than that, I don't really care.
Yeah, I still have a problem with that. Like, after him only being in, like, 10 minutes of the movie, and, like, most of the news stories that came out for Suicide Squad at that time, Zach,
Was what he did
was
to
what he
prepare.
was doing
Yeah,
to prepare
I saw
for
them all.
Suicide Squad.
I saw them all.
And it's like, dude, that's fucked up. Like, ridiculously messed up.
The only one that wasn't really messed up was him just sending bullets to Will Smith, aka Deadshot.
No, which is fine. I
Like,
guess.
that makes sense. Everything else, not really.
Yeah, to an extent that makes sense, but I also still think it's super dumb.
Like, has the Joker ever done anything with a pig, a dead pig?
You know what? He might have. You
I
know?
have no idea.
The Joker's done some weird shit.
Mostly he just beats Robin to death, let's be honest.
And then shoots Barbara Gordon and takes pictures of her naked, so. Yeah.
Good time.
Good time.
Too bad Jared Leto didn't do that.
They probably would have.
Comic books in the 90s were very violent towards small children. And
When was the
women.
Killing Joke
To be
made?
fair, everyone hated that Robin anyway.
Yeah.
And then they were like,
They voted for him
they
to die.
wanted him to die.
The irony of that is that Robin was voted to die because he was not popular, and he comes
Yeah,
back
right.
and becomes one of the most popular characters in
Red
DC.
Hood, man.
So into the movie news, Fast and Furious spin-off film starring Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham
Say
is
what?
set to be... So, Dwayne Johnson,
They're doing spin-offs now?
apparently...
Well, because Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham's character aren't really like. They're sort of like. Dwayne Johnson's at least like. It's sort of a main character now, but not like a legacy main character, I guess. Like, wasn't he introduced in Fast 5?
Yeah.
I've never seen any of them.
Really?
Well, I think I saw some of Tokyo Drift.
You've probably seen Tokyo Drift. That's the
Yeah.
most like.
Why did he see Tokyo Drift, Eli?
Because it was on TV a
Oh
lot.
yeah, no, that one's just on TV like all
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Like,
I've
all the
seen
time.
Tokyo Drift probably like fucking 8 times. I don't even really care for
It's
it.
like how now Space Jam is on MTV all the time.
Have you watched it fully yet?
No.
Oh, dude, you need to watch it fully.
I only watched like 5
Watch
minutes.
Space Jam. It's pretty decent actually.
It's okay. It's not.
Pretty decent.
It's okay.
In
If you
honor-
take it for what it is
It's
and
okay.
exclude Michael Jackson.
You mean Michael Jordan?
Yep.
What's funny is that in middle school, I asked someone, I was like, is Michael Jackson the basketball player that shaved his head bald? And then one of my friends was like, that's Michael Jordan, you fucking dumbass.
He also had a Hitler stash for a bit.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really?
didn't know about that.
You didn't or did?
I did.
Yeah, he had the Hitler stash.
I didn't know
Kidding
that.
me, I keep an active roster of people who have the balls to grow a Hitler stash. Anyway,
Anybody,
go on.
anybody can grow a Hitler stash. You just gotta cut it that way.
Yeah, but do you have the balls to grow a Hitler stash?
You know,
No.
okay, all right. We just talked about Space Jam. I totally forgot there was a fucking story. But the internet really wants Michael B. Jordan because Michael B. Jordan is apparently a big fan of anime.
Oh, man, it's dumb.
They want to make a remake of Space Jam, but instead of Looney Tune characters, they want to get the rights to the shonen anime characters,
Didn't we talk about this last week?
The fuck is shonen?
like Goku, Naruto.
Didn't we
Okay,
talk about this
so
They're
last
gonna
week?
play basketball.
That would
I'm
actually be pretty funny.
confused.
Yeah,
That would be dumb.
No, they're gonna play football.
They're fucking supernatural.
They're gonna play football.
but they're like, but that's the thing. Like in Space Jam, the fucking Monstars saw what like they could do, the Looney Tunes could do, and they mimicked it.
Do they just want Michael B. Jordan because he's Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
A different Michael Jordan?
The internet. I think that's what the internet wants. Plus, he likes anime, so I was like, "Oh, instead of Looney Tunes, we can do anime characters."
I know it's very like you'd expect this from me, but I always like you hear about it, it's like, oh, he likes anime, and it's like it doesn't matter. But I want to know to what extent.
Okay.
Is it like he offhand was like, yeah, I watched I watched an anime once.
He
Like,
really-
oh, he fucking loves it.
No. Him and John Boyega both really, really like Naruto.
Oh, then I don't care.
Like
about
they're
their
big
opinions
fans of
anyway.
Naruto, but they're also big
Dumbass.
fans of Dragon Ball. So I gotta respect them
That's
for that.
better,
Yeah, I gotta respect them for that.
Naruto's trash.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
I enjoyed the first season, which is all I ever saw.
Exactly. You didn't enjoy it enough to go to the second season, did you?
Guess not. I guess you're right, Eli.
So the Dora the Explorer movie is being written by director of Disney's Alice Through the Looking Glass and being wrote by the guys who wrote the movie Storks.
Alright.
And it's going to come out April 2nd, 2019.
That Storks is a movie.
I forgot Storks was a movie too. Also, fun fact, Michael Bay's company is producing this movie.
So there's just gonna be a shit ton of explosions on the way to what she needs to find?
No, you see,
Dora the Exploder!
you see, Zach, Dora is no longer going to be a 7-year-old girl, but a 21-year-old girl playing a hypersexualized 17-year-old girl wearing booty shorts and in
What?
slow-mo. That's a Michael Bay movie. You don't know how Michael Bay movies work?
Okay, I was gonna be like, is this actually what's happening? I'm confused.
No.
Yeah, I thought
You said
that
it
too.
with such confidence.
I thought that too. I was like,
Wow,
what?
does that have but it's a Michael Bay film. You can't tell me that's not what you would think of. That shit they would do.
All
No, I
think of
mostly
is-
think of explosions.
Yeah, I just thought
Instead of like Dora having a map and shit, she's
just
just
has a
like,
bomb.
I'll take out my frag grenades. Shit like that.
Like she's running,
Fox!
and for some reason the temple is just blowing up behind her. Like she didn't put any frag grenades or anything in there.
Swiper, no swiping.
you won't swipe
Little
anymore.
bastard.
So filming's about to start for the long-awaited Artemis Fowl movie.
Boots is just gonna be Boots because he got blown the fuck up.
did you hear me, Eli? They're making an Artemis Fowl movie.
I don't care, it's bad.
You don't like it? You're not the one who liked it?
No.
Why?
The trend is back.
But why, Eli?
And in your 12-page essay.
I've tried to
Eli.
read Artemis Fowl on multiple occasions, throughout middle school mostly, and I think it was mostly in 6th and 7th grade. So I was a little younger.
Is it because of the lack of world building in it, or?
Not really a lack of work. Okay. It does a decent job, but my problem is that it's such like weird adaptations of mythology,
Okay.
and then for some reason I could never grasp what Artemis Fowl's role was and why the series was named after him. Does that make sense?
Okay, he's a rich kid that like just does shit, man.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, and he's like super smart and shit, but like, he's sometimes kind of a bad guy, and then most of the time they have a common enemy, like him and the fairies do, or whatever. The fairies or pixies? I don't know.
They're all the same. Yeah, because
I just remember at one point
he's an aspiring villain.
Okay, yeah, and then, but like sometimes he's on their side. Like most of the time, I remember he was like on their side, and I was just like, why? What the fuck? And it's just like, why is this series named after him? Who the fuck knows? What the fuck do these pixies and leprechauns
Am I
do?
the only one who read
The
the
fuck
Alex
no.
Rider spy series?
I did.
Yeah, they made that shit movie.
Yeah.
I know someone who doesn't read a lot that read that, and he really liked him, and then they made the movie, and he was kind of sad about it.
We all
So
were.
it's just like, yeah, it's bad.
We all were.
Like, to be fair, the Alex Rider book series I read as an adult now, I'm like, nah, it's not good. As a middle schooler, I was like, oh, I wish I could be a secret agent like him. As an adult, I'm like, his writing's very piss poor.
I never thought that.
Such
I was
a
like, holy
weird
shit.
kid. Yeah, people were like, I want to be a cool spy. And I was like, I want to
No,
be
you
an ODST so I can be a fucking hell jumper.
Arnold Schwarzenegger gives an update on Triplets, confirming that Eddie Murphy is attached and that the script is now finished.
Eddie Murphy.
Movie. Eddie Murphy.
It's a combination of Eddie Murphy and Luffy.
Do you remember, do you know the plot for Twins?
No.
So Danny DeVito is Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin, and they're separated at birth.
Is this a movie that exists?
Yeah.
So wait a second.
How have I not seen this?
So wait
that
a
sounds awesome.
Wait a second. Eddie Murphy is the triplet to them.
Yes.
Oh my god, I have to see this.
No fucking way. That
I have
doesn't
to
make any
see
sense.
this.
Yeah.
I
What?
have to see this now.
So Eddie Murphy is apparently attached to play the long-lost triplet to Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have to see this now. I gotta see how this
Sounds
plays out.
Awesome. I want to watch that movie now.
This is at the time where Danny DeVito had a rat tail and he was balding on top.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So it's-
Oh man.
fuck, how old is that movie then? Jesus.
It's early 90s.
God.
Way before you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like,
And
man,
me.
it's like a 30-year fucking sequel.
Carl Urban is confident that Paramount's Star Trek 4 will start filming within the next year, and that he'll be reprising his role as Dr. McCoy.
Star Trek what?
4.
The Dark World.
And then
I don't know. That's a J topic. I don't really care for Star Trek.
the
that much.
upcoming adaptation of Dungeons & Dragons from director Chris McKay may film in England, according to new reports about the movie.
I mean, that would be good. That seems like that's like a stereotypical setting, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of medieval shit films.
Yeah,
They're like
Yes.
fucking Vikings. Like I think that's in Ireland actually.
it is Ireland.
But yeah, like just
But-
the England area.
So, in your mind, though, now that we're getting an idea where they're going to film, where do you think the plot's going to go? Because we talked about, like, you know, having it half be a tabletop and half being
I mean, it still could be.
in the world.
It still could be.
It's probably gonna go back and
I definitely
forth.
think that's the way to do it.
Do it the
But-
Lego movie route.
Yeah, in a
I've
sense.
never really seen that.
You've never seen the Lego
The
movie?
Lego
I
movie
want
is
to.
basically a kid that just builds a bunch of shit with his dad's like model
Oh really?
that he made
Yeah.
of Legos,
Mhm.
and the whole layout is just him just messing with it.
Yeah.
It's kick-ass.
And he even made the whole story up too.
Yeah, and so that's where, like, essentially that's where I would picture this be going.
Yeah.
I mean, similar, but not like obviously still. Yeah, I don't know because do we know what the movie's rated yet?
No.
Rated R.
That would be good.
I'm assuming it's going to be a PG or PG-13.
I assume PG-13.
Yeah.
At the highest, PG-13. I could picture them doing a PG Dungeons and Dragons, though.
That'd
That
be a
really work,
bad
though.
move, though.
Right. Yeah, no, obviously, comparatively, have you listened to BroQuest?
Yes, they're gonna use our script.
No, my fear is... Okay, no. My fear is if
Nah, I
there's
know,
So much copyright in that?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
the fear of using...
You're like, shit, we've got to get Gerard Butler in here.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's right.
Who's the fucking other one? I don't.
That was a fucking character.
Yeah, we had another celebrity guest star too. I don't remember who it was.
You guys had made a Gerard Butler character in BroQuest?
That was in the first one.
That was the first season. Yeah. I
Drew
arm wrestled.
robbed him.
I arm wrestled Gerard Butler.
And he
Drew
won.
had sex with him and stole his money.
What season did I come in then?
Season 2. Season.
Midway through season 2?
He
No,
came in
season two.
a transition, and then we started over because we had such a shift of people that it was just easier to start over.
A new.
Because like John had this kind of planned out, and then he was like, "Fuck, I can't just substitute shit in," and he didn't want like me and Kian to just be ahead of you guys.
Okay, so initially.
I guess it also
so-
helps that me and Gil died in BroQuest.
Yeah, and then then
Quest
the characters
initially,
you were
yeah.
using died. That didn't help either.
Yeah.
And Kian got his hand cut
Got
off.
my hand cut off. And initially, Jay was the original DM of the first 3.
I thought it was just 2.
Was it 2?
Yeah, we made so many token jokes at him though.
Yeah.
Tolkien, not Tolkien.
Yes, we did. I
We did.
remember that. Well, okay.
Part of me felt bad, and then part of me was like,
Did
yeah,
he-
but they're really funny.
Did he get offended by it or something?
If not too
Alright.
bad, as far as I can tell. But
Let's
like,
be fair. The first thing he explained in the fucking bar was what the fucking curtains were made of. And I'm like, no, we're done.
like,
Like,
I get it. It's world building, and I like it, but like, I don't know. It's supposed to be entertaining, so like, you don't need that extra level of depth.
like he's like, and this silk is from the Eastern Islands. I'm like, we're done. Nope. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. I was like, how long are we gonna stay in this bar? Do I really need to know what this silk is?
Too bad, too. I don't remember that, or it would have been like, how far east are these islands? Would you say they're Easter Islands?
So Nicolas
Good times.
Cage is gonna fulfill his role of playing Superman in the Teen Titans Go movie.
What?
Nicolas
What?
Cage is gonna voice Superman
Titans go.
in the Teen Titans Go movie.
What the f...
We
What?
had a trailer about this.
Yeah, I do,
What?
I do remember it.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah, I think
I remember this, but... What?
I'm fine with that, just because I feel like someone put him on knowing it would
Ah,
be
the
kinda
bees.
like cringy bad.
Just
Teen Titans Go kind of has that humor already
that
anyway.
really bad cringe humor. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
that makes sense to me.
Fun fact: Jesse Eisenberg doesn't know if he's still part of the DC Extended Universe.
Who is that?
He's
Lex
the dude that
Luthor.
played... Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Jesse
yeah.
Eisenberg was Lex
As-
Luthor.
Well, no, but like doesn't know if he's part of the universe.
He's like, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna call me back for the next Justice League movie. Who knows?
Oh, well, that I'm fine with, but like him not being a part of it at all, it's just like, man, the end of that movie was literally him putting together the Injustice League, I think. That's what it's called. It's dumb. So it's like, yeah, if they were just, it's like, and then Lex Luthor was never heard of again.
It's called Every Villain is Lemons. Otherwise known as Evil.
God. Fucking SpongeBob.
The cast of Marvel's Infinity War confirms that the movie story will be so different from the original comic book event, which is very understandable.
No shit.
Because Thanos punches Ghost Rider and then kills Satan.
Kills Satan.
He kills Mephisto, who is basically Satan of the
Kills
Marvel universe.
Mephisto?
Yeah,
What? I don't
He-
remember that.
he fucking not kills him, but he uses the Soul Gem
Okay.
and fucking imprisons him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But you were like, kills Mephisto. I was like, I don't think you can kill Mephisto.
Captain America's Baron Zemo, Daniel Bruhl, says he hopes he'll be back in the Marvel universe.
I hope so too. Fucking great character. Did a good job.
Everybody
So
else
this is
hates
weird,
it.
Fucking loved
I
it.
love Baron Zemo.
Directors Joe and Anthony Russo revealed the
He's
film,
also one of the few, only villain they have left that they haven't killed so far.
and that is super interesting. And
Again, is Red Skull really dead? Or is he just in a different dimension or
I mean,
some
his
shit?
face is a red skull. I don't know if you can kill that man.
And like technically speaking, Hugo Weaving doesn't want to come back. But
Fuck!
Anyone can, but anyone can fit
Well, at this
that
point,
role.
yeah, at this point, he has a red skull as a face.
I guess that's
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be that actor.
Yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't have to be fucking
I'd like to see Red Skull come back.
Agent Anderson.
I mean, Agent Smith?
Agent Smith. Yeah, what the fuck did I think?
Mr. Anderson. You thought of Neo's real name, Anderson.
Mr. Anderson,
Sid.
I took your name.
So this is the weird
Aw.
thing. This is the weird
It's a good thing I'm
thing.
called Neo, dude.
Avengers: Infinity War is most connected to Ant-Man and Wasp, which makes no sense to me.
Wait, say that again? What?
Avengers: Infinity Wars is most connected to Ant-Man and
I
Wasp.
don't know what Ant-Man and Wasp is really gonna be about.
No one does at this point.
And I imagine that fucking I can't remember his first name. Fucking Pym.
Hank.
Yeah, Hank. I was thinking
Mike Pym.
What? I said fucking Pym.
Oh, I thought you said Mike.
No, I was thinking Henry. But
Which is also
Hank.
Henry, yeah.
Oh, is it?
He's Henry Pym, but they call him Hank Pym.
Oh, well, fuck.
That's another name. I don't understand where you get Hank from Henry.
I guess I was right then.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But I feel like he could do something that would tie him in pretty heavily with that. I guess.
Right.
But like, I don't see how Ant-Man or Wasp is gonna do anything.
Is he
like
gonna
that.
be in Infinity War?
Pym?
No,
Ant-Man?
No.
Really? What?
Huh.
Then how the fuck is it gonna tie in the most with that?
I'm assuming that like he'll get an SOS. That'll be like the cutscene that leads to Ant-Man and Wasp like doing this. So I don't fucking know.
Well, when's the sequel to Infinity War coming out? Does anybody know?
Wait, now hold up. Did I misinterpret what you said?
They're connected.
But like, which one comes out first?
Infinity Wars.
Okay, I misinterpreted. I thought Ant-Man and Wasp came out before and led into Infinity Wars.
No.
And I was like, that's fucking weird. But yeah, I guess Infinity Wars leading into that could make sense.
Right. So we have a really weird couple things. After playing John Watson in all 4 seasons of Sherlock Holmes, Martin Freeman admits the show isn't really fun anymore to him because of the internet comments.
What?
So Tumblr has this weird thing of shipping Sherlock and Watson together
Oh, okay.
and then making weird fan art about it.
That is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Makes
that's
sense.
the risk you get when you're in anything that gets any sort of popular.
That could happen to the Roshan Bros.
Yeah. No,
Hashtag
that's
Gillenzack.
not- No.
Gillenzack X forever.
Fuck you, man.
If anything, it'd probably be you two.
Nope. Fuck that as well.
No, I think like Eli would be Eli and John.
No, Eli would just be Eli and Eli. Just be himself.
No.
It's like that Family Guy scene where Stewie's just making out with
Actually,
his
no,
own
it'd
head.
probably be like me and the personification of my hatred.
Yeah, it's just you just hugging.
Why
the-
do we have to hook up with all the other
I love
fucking
it.
cast members? Yet you get
It's
your
an
persona.
unequal number anyway.
No, it's just
fucker.
like Eli's just
Oh
hugging.
no! It alternate. The cast alternates.
It's like Eli's just hugging the word hatred in that fan art.
But the main cast right now is us three, Gil and John. Uneven number. Have fun.
The only way we're gonna go back to being an even number is if Max comes back.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
People come in and go out.
Yeah, I mean, people come and go.
I mean, we could have Jay too if you want, because he sometimes is a part of these things.
Now remember, we do these on Saturdays.
Yes, but he sweeps in and he is sometimes here until he has to leave. Like he
Ugh.
sometimes gets involved with the podcast before he has to leave.
God, just keep going with the news.
That was it.
Oh, well, fuck.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Ended with
If
gay
you want to,
fantasies,
Thank
I'm
you.
not a fan.
If you want to,
Oh,
remember
boy.
that.